I'm getting older. I'm 69. I used to be a young man. And along the stream of time, nothing really changes that much within this realm of the timeline of the experience of reality. It's just always the same. So shit happens along the timeline, but the experience of time is rather monotonous and unchanging. It'll be the same in 20 years. It'll be the same in 100 years if you live that long. That's not where the action is. So if you keep thinking that something else is going to happen in time that's going to make all the difference, you might be wrong in your thinking. It's not what happens in time that makes all the difference. It's what happens beyond time that makes all the difference. Outside of time, which will inform the experience you have within time. But what the experience of life along the line of time is monotonous and unchanging and predictable. Follow? It's not suddenly going to be great. It'll still be the same. But what happens inside, that's what makes all the difference. What happens, the deepest level of your experience of reality within yourself, that's where the big things happen, if you're available. So if you can release your attention from being hypnotized by belief that in the future things are going to get better and I'm going to be happy, why will they get so much better in the future? It might get worse. Relative happiness is very elusive. It's impermanent. It's temporal. It's very elusive. But absolute happiness, like I've been trying to say, is happening in another dimension. That's not relative. So you have to wake up to another dimension beyond time, beyond the mind, and become stabilized in that connection to the absolute. Very few people do, because they're still trapped in the illusion of time and the promise of happiness in the future. I'm going to be happy tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. Why? Because I'm going to get married. I'm going to have children. I'm going to get a raise. I'm going to go on a trip around the world. I'm going to climb Mount Everest. I'm going to win the lottery. It's all relative. You're just brainwashing yourself. This is it. Like they say in Zen, right? The big part of Zen is wanting to realize, this is it, baby. So face it. How good is it? This is it. So if we live the spiritual life in earnest, means we're always every day looking deeper, every day looking deeper, every day looking deeper, every day looking deeper. And if you're succeeding in your spiritual practice, it's possible to succeed. You will be going deeper every day, tangibly. Other people will feel it. They'll feel your depth. They'll feel you're not a monotonous, boring, predictable person lost in their mind, lost in conditioning, lost, trapped in karma forever. They'll feel that a part of your soul is liberated, speaking from an infinite depth. And it makes all the difference in the world. So next time you get bored, remember, there's always more to be found, to be seen, to be known. If you're really getting bored, you're not looking deep enough into yourself. Important to write it down. You don't want to forget. It could save your life. When you're hearing about these big metaphysical truths, these metaphysical realities, these absolute perspectives, it's that you're hearing about it, different dimensions of experience, different dimensions of truth, that we're not in the habit of thinking about reality that way. It takes time to learn how to organize these different dimensions of reality in our own cognitive process. Until I met my guru, I started seeking when I was 22. And I went to many different teachers. I read Dharma. I didn't understand any of it. I thought I did, but I didn't have any idea what they're talking about. But I was interested, so I kept listening. When I met him and I had this experience, and suddenly my ears opened up, because I knew what they were talking about from my own experience. I said, "Oh, that's what they meant." So it's like anything else in life. You have to stick with it long enough to learn about what you're talking about. These things take time. The Buddha took the Buddha a little bit of time too, didn't it? These big leaps of transformation take a little bit of time. So you want to think. Now, I think that, for example, we want to think about enlightenment is similar to winning the gold medal at the Olympics. Follow? So when you think about winning a gold medal at the Olympics, do you think it's going to take just a short period of time, a little bit of effort, or a long time and a lot of effort, or a long time and supreme effort, absolute effort, everything you've got, right? When the Buddha sat down under the Bodhi tree, he said, "I won't get up until I'm enlightened." He was very determined. So we need to learn to think about the awakening to enlightened awareness in the same way. It's a big deal. It's the biggest thing that can happen to somebody, I believe. Not a small thing. It doesn't happen by accident. It's a huge transformation process. So you want to take it that seriously, and you won't be surprised it's taking you a little time. For some reason, when people think about metaphysical reality, about spiritual transformation, they don't think about it the way they think about other things. They think about it in a lesser way than they think about being good at sports or being good at music or something. So what are you going to do? I want to do this. I want to do A. I want to do B. I want to do C. I want to do all these three things. I guess we have to make a choice, which is most important. You have to make a priority. What comes first? What's the most important thing? Sex. You're a young man. I'm sorry. That's the most important thing. Sex, money, power, fame, adoration, or is it liberation? So I can tell you from personal experience, I've been teaching for a long time. And most people, when they wake up to this, I call it clarity of intention, called the cultivation of the intention to be liberated. What do you want? I want to be free more than anything else. Now. It always has to be now. Always now. It protects you. It's only the people who stay on that one, stay focused on that one intention until it happens, succeed. Most people stay on it for a day, a week, a month, a year, a decade, 2 decades, and then they wander off to something else. Because in the way I think about it, it's inevitable that we succeed if we stick to it. This is science to this. So we have to believe in the thing itself, enlightenment. We have to believe in our own capacity to attain it. We have to believe in the thing itself, which is enlightenment. We have to believe in our own capacity to attain it. But fully believe it completely. Enlightenment is real, it exists. I have no doubt that it does. And I have to believe that I'm worthy of such a gift. In all my imperfection. In all my imperfection, that I'm worthy of such a gift. Then it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. If you don't give up. A lot of people say, I give up, it's too hard. It's too hard. So if you give up, then what? Go back to mediocrity. I give up. I'm fed up with this spiritual stuff. And if you give up, you get to all the things that you gave up for enlightenment, you get to do them now. All the whole list of things that you thought you couldn't live without, still waiting for you. But it's never the same again after that. Never be fulfilled by them again because you've seen through the illusion. And once you've seen through the illusion, you can't go back. People try to go back all the time, but you can't do it. You know too much. So you're trapped by your own desire for liberation. The perfect system. Follow? Thing about the spiritual dimensions of reality is they're veiled most of the time. In the ego consciousness, we can't see them. They're like behind a veil. When you wake up, the veil lifts, and then you suddenly see it all. It's right there. Most of the time, we're behind the veil. So, but when it's covered by a veil, we can forget. Make sense?